Hello.
How's everybody doing? How you doing, Campbell?
I'm good. You?
I'm feeling not as big as I normally am.
Why?
I don't know. Did you notice you're looking giant? What's going on? Why are you so big, man? Why am I down here? I don't get that. All right. Enough of this. Let's do a little thing we like to call...
What's happened last time?
Campbell, you want to show us what we did last time?
Sure. Last time we got this ramp working, and we got it so that when we hit the enter key, it shoots out a ramp. But what we want to do now is make it so that it drops down a power-up that gives you the option to drop down a ramp.
Yeah.
So enter key, it goes like that.
Yeah. I think it's really fun, visually fun to watch that.
It is.
There's a visceral kind of reaction I get when you shoot off that ramp. So yeah, we made it so the pluses represent the number of ramps we have. We bound the enter key to shooting the ramp. The ramp can be used as kind of a defensive mechanism where you blast it right into the
blocks.
The
Yeah,
blocks
wait,
in
here
front of you.
I'll show you. Dang it, no.
I almost think it should destroy any blocks it hits. Any obstacles.
Yeah, like that.
That should destroy the obstacles.
Okay.
I think we should do that. We should see it kind of obliterate them, because right now it kind of leaves them sitting there, and it's not as much of a defensive
Helpful.
move as you want. You can also use it strategically to throw it out in front of you for a big wall you need to get across, get over.
Oh yeah, wait.
So I think the blocks the drop ahead distance needs to be increased, by the way, on this, Campbell. So you have more time to see the blocks as they're coming down. Can you jump over that from here?
No. Oopsies, I was hitting the enter key when I meant to hit the, what's it called?
No worries. This is our favorite thing to say on the show. Oopsies. Oopsies. Oops. Oopsie. That's Mr. Announcer Guy. So, that's what we did last time. What we're going to do this time is we're going to create a power-up that's going to drop down, and when we get it, we're just going to simply add a plus.
Yeah, and then we have the ramp.
The number of ramps we have. I want the power-up to look distinct from the other one, so we've already got this one power-up. If you open up the power-ups, I want to call it kind of a folder there over on the left in the hierarchy, Campbell.
Here?
No, in the hierarchy and over in the... go back.
Oh, yeah, the parent.
Yeah, just to open that up. So we created this parent game object to allow us to drop power-ups inside of it. Click on Get Bigger. I think Get Bigger right now, does it have any behavior? Power-up behavior.
Yeah, but that's the get bigger behavior, kind of. I think.
What'd you say?
Right? This gets bigger. Yeah, it does.
Hold on. When we hit the track, okay, here we go. See the player, see up here in line
If game logic dot is
24.
player, yeah.
and 25. If we are the player, we're asking the question, is player, is that checking a tag?
Huh?
I'm wondering, is that
No, it's
checking a
checking-
tag? Oh, it is. See,
Yeah.
look at that. See it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if we're a player, then we're going to do this stuff. I'm going to use a Coder's feature called flatten conditional to change this up a little bit here. So now it says if we're not a player, return. Then it just kind of flattens all the code, brings it over closer to the edge. So instead of having it deeply nested and keep going to the right side of the screen, I like to do this with if statements here. If I'm only going to do one thing in there. So we get the component, right? What's this? Tell me
Wait,
about
can I
this
do
line of
something
code.
really quickly?
Wait, can you answer the question and then do it?
Yeah.
What's this line of code do right here?
Player properties. It assigns the script player properties to the script player properties to this variable called player properties.
Okay, and then what about line 26?
26. It calls a method player properties dot power up.
Calls power up. So all we're doing is we're checking to see, are we a player by the tag? If we are, then we get it, right? We get the hold on one second. I want to rename something. Did you might want to do the same thing? I want to rename this to a collider. Okay, I'm sorry. What did you want to do, Campbell?
I just wanted to make this code a bit easier to read by declaring this as a local. Declare local or
You need to
introduce
change
local.
the selection. The selection needs to include the last closing paren.
Oh,
you
here?
can do that easily and quickly using selection increase and decrease if you want
Wait,
to.
here?
Yeah, that closing paren to the left of you.
Control W.
Just selection increase. Yeah, there you go.
Control dot.
Introduce local is what you want. And there are two options there.
Introduce
One
local
that says
for all,
do it for
right?
one and
Or
one
no.
for all. Almost always I do it for all. I really never, the only time I choose the first one is if I know there's only one and it's just faster and easier. So you might want to do something like power up hit player. Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah,
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Lowercase because it's
Yeah.
a local.
Power up. Hit. Oops.
Or you could just also say we hit player. Maybe if you wanted to, you could change it to we hit player. You like that better?
Yeah, it's shorter. Nice.
Okay, if we hit the player, is that. So if not, we hit the player. If we didn't hit the player, then we get out. Mm-hmm. So we're only worried about if we're doing that. That's for the power up. Then,
Wait, what is this right here? This red brace, almost, it looks like.
what's that red? Oh, that means indicating a selection. I marked that down there. So it's a marker, but it's a selection marker. When I hit escape, it collects a marker, but now restores the selection.
And what's the keyboard shortcut to get to that? To drop one of those?
To drop it, it's Alt Home. So I can hit Alt Home, and that drops it without a selection, gives me that, and I jump back like this. Or I can hit Alt Home like this, and jump back, and it'll
Alt
restore.
Home if it is all selected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alt Home you can have a multi-line selection like this as well. So I can hit Escape, and it'll restore that selection.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. So when we collide with it, we call power up. If we go jump into power up is really doing a scale up. Is what
Yeah,
it's
it makes
doing.
us bigger and it makes us just boom, like
So,
run into the.
What I want to do is, since it's really doing a scale up, is I want to call scale up like this.
Okay. I feel like we already have a method called that.
Uh,
Oh no, we have scaled up, which is a bool.
We also have scale 2 right here. So power up calls scale up. I don't think I really want it to do that. I think I want to have a more flexible design.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Is what I want. I want to be able to I'm thinking about this
like
idea.
Smooth Mover?
What'd you say?
Something like the Smooth Mover script?
The what script?
The Smooth Mover script?
Yeah. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about what do power-ups have in common? Well,
We drop a diamond and then we collect that, I guess.
yeah, I'm kind of thinking
Bow, bow, boom, bow, bow, boom, bow, bow, boom, ba, 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 doom, ba, 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 boom.
now I'm kind of thinking about a couple things.
Bow, bow, boom.
I'm thinking about a script that kind of descends from the scripts we're using already. is kind of what I'm thinking about. So we've got, here's what I'm thinking about. I am thinking about calling a method here called power-up and passing in player properties to it. So player properties is the player properties script. So we should maybe rename this to maybe the player script, like that, to make sense of everything. And then we're going to call power up. Let's declare the method. I'm going to do this here. That's what I'm going to do. All right, we're going to learn about something called virtual methods.
Virtual methods.
Virtual methods and overrides. So this is a new concept. I'm going to open up the PowerPoint slide deck here, and maybe I'll start out here and write some code over here first. So let's create a class. Oops. Create a class, and we're going to create a class called Power Up Base. Like this. You like that? Then I'm going to go create a descendant of this class that's going to be called Scale Up or Size Up, Double Size, like this. Okay. So notice it descends from Power Up Base.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a method that's going to be called Power Up. Okay. I can't make it private because if it's private, I can't see it. If I'm down here and I try to call Power Up, watch what happens. It doesn't see it. But let's make this protected, at least.
Protected.
And then now watch what happens. I can see it. See it, Campbell?
Yeah, but if it's protected, what does it do?
Protected means it's kind of like private, but guess who else can see it?
Oh, only the descendants.
Right. It's the descendants. So, okay, protected, but I'm going to do one more thing now.
Protected internal?
Nope. I'm going to add the word virtual right here. In CodeRush, there's a cool template called V. You just hit it, put it there, and hit the space bar, and it'll change that to virtual. Now, here's what's cool about virtual. Is up here, let's I can have some method up here, do power up, and from up here I can call power up like this. Okay, we're gonna get rid of it down here, and down here I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna type in PT spacebar, OV spacebar, and then spacebar. I'm overriding power up, and look at this. So up here, I could do something like this. Whoops. But I had a debug line
I think you do.
I think I put on your machine, not mine.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, debug log. So up here, we're going to say inside power up base, like this. And down here, we're going to say inside double size. Like that. Okay, the cool thing about this is if I later on in the code, so now I'm going to add one more class. We're going to call this class main. And inside main, I'm going to create a new instance of the double size, like that. Whoops. And we'll declare that as a local right there. So this is my double size. If I call power up, I don't have it in there. I'm going to call some public method do power up. Let's make do power up public. Okay, so if I call do power up, which is do power up like this, right? Well, that's going to go up into power up base for the method. It's going to call power up. But look at this. This one's virtual. This is an override because the instance that I'm calling it on is of type double size. Campbell, you see that? Are you following me so far? It's going to come out and say this in the debug log. we're inside double size.
Oh.
Uh-oh, look out! Look out, Campbell! Look out! It's the... This is scary! Ocular Malice is in the house. Ocular Malice, welcome. So that's a little bit about virtual and overrides. Do you see that? So I can call it from the ancestor class, but this one won't be called, this one will be, because it's an instance of double size. What that lets me do, Ocular Malice says, gentlemen and Mark. What that lets us do, Campbell, is it lets us set up a structure in an ancestor class and then have the descendants do their specific thing. And for power-ups, this makes a lot of sense. With a power-up, we want the power-up to power up.
Yeah.
But what we want it to do is different depending on what it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So let's try that and see if that works for this. So I'm going to just kind of, I'm going to grab all of this. I'm going to cut it to the clipboard. I'm going to come over here. We'll add a new page up here. New slide, call it virtual methods. Do you have any questions on that, Campbell? Did that come across like it made sense to you?
Wait, yeah. Yeah, it did.
I'll just do that there for now. Great hat, Campbell, says Ocular Malice.
Thank you. Yeah, my other hat was, chewed up by the dogs.
Chewed up by the dogs? Okay. Yeah, so we got a substitute hat today. All right. Let's save that. Let's switch back over to your machine. And so here's what we want to do. We've got this power-up behavior. On trigger enter, we call player script. So we've got this code that we want to be the same no matter for all our power-ups. In other words, when we hit the track, we want to use gravity to false and say is trigger to true.
Yeah.
Okay. If we collide with the player, well, we're not really doing anything here, so we can get rid of this. Because we have other code here, the on trigger enter, it's a trigger, so we're good on that. And that's what we want to do. What I want to do here is I want to make this protected, and I want to make it virtual. Do you see that?
Uh-huh. Wait, I'm actually a little bit confused on what virtual and override do.
Okay.
Like, what makes them different?
So virtual is kind of like me saying, I can make lunch. And you're a descendant of mine. You can make lunch.
So I can make lunch too.
As well. But when I make lunch, I make something, maybe simple. And when you make lunch, you make something like, a
buffet.
Gourmet. Like really amazing, right? But the cool thing is that...
So basically whatever my parents can do, I can do better?
Well, it's like, because we can both make lunch, your sister can say to either one of us, make lunch.
Uh-huh.
Dad, make lunch. Campbell, make lunch. And she doesn't need to think about how we're going to do it. We each decide ourselves how it's going to happen. Because my command is virtual, she can say it to you because you're a descendant of me. And you can do it your own way. And when you have descendants, she'll be able to say it to your descendants and they'll do it their own way. It allows each descendant to decide how they're going to do it. So with power-ups, when we say power-up, one power-up might say, let's double the size. And have some code to do that.
And then one power-up might say, let's allow us to shoot out a ramp.
Right. That's kind of where I'm going with this. That's kind of the idea that I'm thinking. I'm playing with it. I don't have a clear picture in my head in terms of what this is going to look like. But I think that's kind of where we're going with this. I think that that's going to be better. Is that a better... Do you have a clearer picture of virtual methods and overrides?
Uh-huh. But wait, what does the override method do?
The override is called instead of. So the idea is this, is when you say make lunch to one of us, instead of always dad making lunch, it depends on who she's saying it to. If she says it to you, your override is used. And we use your make lunch method. If she says it to your descendant, their override is used. if they have one. If they don't, then they go up to the parent and it's yours, right?
Yeah.
So they may not choose not to implement it. The cool thing about virtual methods is it basically allows me to say, here are the things that we're going to do and handle for descendants. But if a descendant wants to change any behavior, they can override an individual method. So power up is a great example of a behavior they might want to change. Is that clearer? What do you think about it now?
Yeah, that makes sense.
How would you describe it if you were going to describe it to a friend?
I would describe it as a virtual method.
Ocular Malice out there with commentaries. That hurt my feelings, Ocular Malice. I'm not going to lie.
A virtual method can do something, and its children can do it in a different way if they want to.
Yeah.
And an override method says, no, I'm going to do it my way, and you're not going to do it.
Yeah. That's essentially what
When
we're talking
activated,
about.
yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking about making this power up method virtual in power up behavior. And so we call power up and then we destroy the game object. The game object that we destroy is of this power up. So the power up will be destroyed right there. So we call power up in the player script. So that's good. So now what I want to do is I want to create a descendant of power up behavior. So what I do to create a descendant, Campbell, is I copy that class to the clipboard. So power up behavior is in the clipboard. And then I type in C and then the CodeRush / to use what's on the clipboard. And then now it creates a descendant.
So it's a class.
Yeah. So now I'm going to create this descendant and we're going to call this the double size.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, don't we already have a double size?
No, I don't think so. We're going to call this double size.
Pretty sure we do.
Well, here's how we can check. We can select it, hit the CodeRush enter key and say jump to symbol. Oh, that's not showing it the way I want it to. Do I have to select the other way? No. Whoops. I'm expecting that to offer. Interesting. Well, we can just do this and say double size. And you can see there's only one. Right?
I feel like we were totally using one like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, I did that in my code.
Oh, right.
And that was example code and I deleted it. Okay, that was just to show you those. Supersize. Yeah, I like that better.
Okay.
So let's rename that to supersize.
And it's an alliteration.
Supersize. That's better.
Nice plastic.
That's what I was looking for, Campbell. Good job. Campbell got that before
Yeah, I was
me.
like, oh, he's fumbling with the Stream Deck.
I'm totally fumbling with it. I was like, where are you? All right, so there's supersize. Now in supersize,
Oh, wait,
we want
Dad.
to...
We weren't showing my screen.
Now I'm going to let you use the keyboard on this. I want you to get the hang of doing this. So to override something that's protected, you're going to start by saying PT.
PT?
For protected. Yeah, it's a template for giving you protected. Then you do
And
space,
then
OV, space, and then another one, space. And now IntelliSense will give you a choice of methods you can override.
This?
There's only one, power up. Oh, you want to select it though. Go back up after the E and hit a space again.
Ooh! Wait, that was right. Was it? Is that what
Yep,
we
that's
wanted?
exactly what we want. Now notice Ocular Malice says he wants some royalties whenever you use that class. Now, please and thank you. We're not going to use it very much.
That was actually really cool. I pressed Control Space to get IntelliSense up, but since there was only one thing, it just did it.
Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Now, notice the line 9. It says base.powerup player script. What do you think that line does?
It calls power up on player script with the parameter of player script.
Not on. It passes the parameter player script. Yeah, it calls power up. Where does it call power up?
What do you mean? On the base. Wait.
What power up? We've got a power up here. Look, go put the, let me show you something cool you can do with CodeRush. Put the caret here on power up, hit the tab key. Keep hitting it. and you may have tapped right through it, but look at line 32.
Oops. Yes.
You can shift tab back to get to it if you want. See that? Does it call that
Protected
one?
virtual void.
Which one does it call is my question to you. Does it call that one? Or, my mouse here, a second, does it call this one? Does it call this method that's power up or the other one? When we call line 9.
Wait, the other one, because we're already calling this one.
Right. It would not make sense to call the same one, otherwise we'd be in a forever loop.
An infinite loop.
Yeah. All right. What else do we want to do here? So now what I think I want to do is I want to move this to its own file. So you can put the caret right up here at the beginning of it, and you can hit the code rush key.
Control dot.
And you can say move type to file, like that.
So that we can call it as a method, like in.
Well, we can attach it to a script as a script now.
Sorry, yeah.
So
like
now,
smooth.
inside of here, the power up for supersize, what I want to do instead is I want to go to player script, and I want to call size up.
Size.
Or double size. What do we call it?
Yeah, I think it was double size.
Let's go look at the player script. That's in player properties here. And it was called scale up. But it's, why can't we see it?
It's private.
It's private. So let's make it public. Come back over here and we're going to call scale up from here. Now, on that power up, I want to drop supersize instead of the power up one. Can you do that?
I believe so.
In Unity.
Wait, you said you wanted to drop supersize?
Yeah, look at get bigger.
This is supersize, right?
Yeah, let's get bigger. See it? It is got a script on it, right? Doesn't have power up behavior.
Power
See
up
it?
behavior, yeah.
Delete that. Remove that.
Remove. And then we
add the one we just
supersize.
Yeah. See if we can find it. There it is. Add it. Now run the game and see if it still works. If that works, what's super cool is now we can create another script that's a descendant of it. It looks like it works. Well, I guess we're going to find out when we run into that. Yeah, it works.
Wait. Yeah, it works.
Okay. So now what I want to do
Yeah, okay.
is I want to create a script for the ramp. So let's first add inside of power-ups, let's add a ramp power-up inside of that. So let's add a sphere maybe. A white sphere inside of power-ups, and that'll be our ramp power-up. Wait, don't add it inside of get bigger, add it inside of power-ups.
Wait.
Oculus Malice wants to know, when are we adding the bacon?
We have a fry box already.
We have a French fry box. And the spec is changing
Oh, wait.
as we do this.
Wait.
Oh, there's the fry box. No fries yet.
No fries
But we
yet.
can actually build those in the show. Those aren't too hard, right? Just
Yeah,
a bunch of
it's simple,
stretched out cubes.
right?
All right, so I want you to add a sphere here.
And then give it the video player thing.
Yeah, that's fine. You can give it a video player one if you want. And this is going to be our ramp power up for now, at least. It'll be a placeholder for it.
Vortex. Wormhole travel. Ah!
Ramp it up, maybe.
Ramp up.
Ramp up. Now we want to create a new script for this.
Yes.
That's going to be different. It's going to be very close to supersize though. So let's go look at supersize. Oh, after you do this, go ahead.
Yeah, I just gotta do this really quickly. Okay, that's it, I believe.
Okay. Let's go look at supersize. Double click on supersize for me. All right. So supersize, pretty simple, right? So
Yeah.
all I need to do is I can come in here, use selection
Scale up.
increase, copy, and then paste it. Or alternatively, I can just hit Shift Enter on it, right?
Yeah.
And now we're going to create our new one. This is for,
The ramp up.
yeah. So we'll call this ramp.
Ramp.
Oh, go ahead. You do the
oops.
typing.
Wait. Ramp.
Okay.
Enter. Power up behavior correct.
Yeah. All that's all going to not change. You can just hit Enter, Enter, Enter. You can also hit Escape to clear all of these at once if you want to. Scale up, we're going to change.
Yeah.
I think what we want to do is that we want to say add ramp. Is what I think we want to do.
And since it's a method, capitalization.
Yep. And then you want to, on add ramp, you want to declare it. Oh, also, wait, we want to move ramp up to its own file. Let's do that first. So get up on the line 13 at the word public, hit the code rush key.
Wait, here?
Yep. Move type to file. The project assembly C# has been modified outside the environment.
How?
I'm not even sure what that is. I almost would say discard unsaved changes is what I would. Well, is that this one? That doesn't make sense. That it's
Wait,
this
no,
one.
everything looks saved. So discard.
Yeah, I would say discard. See what happens. Interesting. So maybe discard wasn't the right answer. Unexpected error, and nothing is happening on it. All right, let's go back into it.
Something's happened.
So when you shake a window like that, it hides all the other, minimizes all the other windows. When you grab the title.
Ah! Dang it.
Ocular Malice says, every time you make a change to the system in Unity, it constantly recreates the solution file. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was us or not. I didn't quite follow that.
Oh.
So what happened is you pulled it out and then you shook it and then Visual Studio went down. It's still up. Can I show you? So you can dock it back in by dragging it. Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it. All right. So we want to go declare add
Wait,
ramp.
where's supersize? It's gone.
It should be somewhere in there. It's probably just closed. You can go check by switching
That's
to
true.
Unity and double clicking it, or by bringing up Code Rush's find symbol and typing in supersize. Yeah, it's still there. Go back on ramp up and let's declare. Declare add ramp.
Declare add ramp?
Yeah.
Declare. Ho. Declare method. Oh,
Add
Skype's
ramp.
down.
Yep, just hit this. Just choose where you want to put it and hit enter.
It's not. Wait.
Up and down arrow keys.
It's not doing that.
Try again. You might have to restart Visual Studio. Yeah, I'm hitting Control Tab. Interesting. All right, let's close down and restart Visual Studio. Are we going to get a close or not? It's not even allowing us to close. All right. So when this happens, Control Shift Escape brings up the task manager. And I'm going to hit end task on that.
Such a cruel way to close it.
Let's go back to Unity, bring it back up again. There's the ramp up right there.
Yep.
So I think that discard option may have led to all of these issues. Maybe choosing discard next time is not what we want to do.
Wait,
Add
can I-
ramp. Go ahead. You want to take the mouse?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Why don't you close down the Skype window?
That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
And then
Let's declare method.
I thought we already declared it. Oh wait, no. it
Remember
didn't
that
work.
we crashed and we had to get out of there. It was like locked up. So it wasn't even moving up or down. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Add ramp. What do you think the code's going to look like in here? I'll tell you. I'll give you a clue. I think it's going to be a really simple one line of code.
One line of code.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, do we just add a plus?
Kind of. Yeah.
But how?
Well, drop
It
a
was-
marker and search through the code and look at it.
Yeah.
See if you can figure that out.
The symbol. It was something with the text.
Oh, Oculus says, so when you create a new file in Visual Studio, Unity recreates the project automatically, and trying to save it in Visual Studio might create a conflict if it happens at the same time. That's probably what we were seeing. So we were moving to file. We were creating that conflict. All right, so we got a lot of text in here.
Yeah.
I think I called it I want to say it's TXT, but maybe I'm wrong. Part of the problem now, one of the things you can do, look at the bottom, it says tap control for options. Choose only, try number 2, the project, or number 3, the file.
Wait.
Just hit the number 2 on the far left. See that right there? Just hit the number 2. Oh, look at that. See that? Now you can tap the control key again to hide the hint. Okay? So you can control the scope in which this this tool looks for things.
Yeah, okay. Countdown text. All of these work. Wait, power up text. Where are you?
What'd you say? Tell me what you said. I didn't hear you.
Power up text is gone. Oh wait, no, it's here.
Power up text is there. All right, so let's tap the next reference on that, right?
Tabbity tab.
We're not sure.
Power up text dot text. Yeah.
What's happening here?
Is it this line of code?
Well, what's happening? Hold on.
Control Z.
Tell me what's happening. Changing the text won't change the behavior.
No, but aren't we checking to see what the text, if there's a plus in there, and then we say, yeah, you can do this?
What does this line of code do? Do you remember?
Yeah, it adds the plus. Right?
Look at it carefully.
Oh, no, it adds a plus for every number ramp power-ups that we have.
Okay, so what's the deal with numramp power-ups?
We declared it somewhere, and... Oh, so we have to set numramp power-ups equal... Or we have to increment numramp's power-up.
I think that's all you do.
Okay.
So copy that to clipboard if it's not already on the clipboard. Hit escape to jump back to the marker if we dropped a marker.
Control-C.
I don't know if
Escape.
you dropped it.
Escape.
Did
We
you drop
did.
a marker? You did.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Control-V. Plus plus. Boom. Nope, not that. Boom. Semicolon.
Why
is it
isn't
not
seeing
public?
This, though? Hold on. Where's numramp power-ups? Is that in the game logic? That may be in a different place. Hold on.
Oh, so do we want a game? Yeah.
It's in game logic.
So game logic.numramp power-ups.
Well, now we got a slight problem. Is we got to go find a game object, and I don't know if we have one here. Do we have the game object?
Yeah, we do. We have missile prototype.
What?
We have missile prototype.
No, I guess when I said the game object, I mean the game logic, a reference to the game logic. We do not. How are we going to get that game logic reference? Because we need to go in and modify here the num power, or alternatively, we change numramp power-ups and put it back in player.
We could totally do that.
Do we have a reference to the player here?
I believe we
We
totally
do.
should.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move this to the player. So we take numramp power-ups and moving it over here to the player, which I like better anyway, because it's really owned by the player. We were talking about this yesterday, where to put this. So numramp power-ups is now over in player, not in game logic. That means everywhere that numramp power-ups was previously here isn't going to work. Whoops, numramp. So let's find those. So here we go. So to do this, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create a read-only property here called numramp power-ups. And we're going to return, I want actually a couple lines of code in here. So and I'll tell you about properties in a second. Let me write the code first. Need a reference to player properties. Yes, I got one, Ocular Malice, I'm pretty sure. In here we've got a player properties.
Yeah.
Right here. Or no, it's player? Is that right? No. What is it?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
player.
Okay, cool. So we have player, and we can say dot get component, and then we can go get its player property script from it, like this.
And then boom, 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 boom.
Like that. we've got the player script, and now we can say we're going to return num-ramp power-ups from it. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And so now anytime anybody asks us for num-ramp power-ups, let me close this down because it's... Pocket the mouse says, make it a private variable, set it and start, and you can use it anywhere in game logic. Yeah, no, I want to put it, the problem is I need to modify it from 2 different places. So game logic is a reference to the player, so this is, we're going to be able to access it here. The player num-ramp power-ups is right there. And so when add ramp is called, it's going to increment that, and that's going to, I think, fix everything. So basically what was happening, Campbell, is the variable was kind of in the wrong place. It's kind of what we did. We moved it to another place and we used get component because game logic had a reference to the player. Does that make sense when I say game logic had a reference to the player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it can't be decremented if it's being incremented. Oh, no, it's because we don't have number power-ups. It just doesn't
It's
exist in
read
this context.
only. Hold on. Launch ramp. Okay. Let's go into it. We'll fix that as well. So we'll get add a setter, and then we're going to say this. And we may not be able to, I think we still can't increment this like that. Can we? We can still get an error? No, it looks like it might be good. So all I did here, Campbell, is, so here's the thing. We haven't really talked about this. So maybe we'll do a second code jam here. Talk about properties for a little bit. So let's talk about properties. I'm going to create a new class up here. We're going to call this class your sister, and we're going to talk about properties that your sister has. She's got a name, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to create the name like this. She's going to have maybe another property called her height. Should we do that?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to, I used A plus the letter S because it was a string to get me this. I typed in AS like this. This is a property. The property has a getter and a setter. And when they're declared like this with just a simple semicolon at the end, that means that they are, there's a background storage where the value is kept, and there's no other code that happens when the value is retrieved or the value is assigned. So get is what happens when we ask what the value is, and set is what happens when we set the value. Can you tell me what I just said to you and see if that makes sense to you?
It a little bit.
Let me say it again and listen carefully because I'm going to ask you at the end to tell me on this, okay? So when I have a property and I want to assign a value to it, I can have side effect code that occurs. And the side effect code is essentially between the word get and the semicolon. Because there's nothing here, there's no side effect. But I could add it here later.
Okay.
The value is just stored and retrieved. Okay? So let me start with a bigger, another version of the property here. And we're going to call this like maybe last name, like this. And now look at what's going on here. Look at the difference in terms of what the declaration looks like. Here, last name has a get, and it means it's getting this variable. And the set has this code, which means value is equal to this. Now I've got a variable in here, and I've got a property. What's cool about this is if code is working with this, later on I can come in here and I can say, oh, let's expand this accessor and let's add like a debug line call. Debug.log error or something like that. Debug.log. Does that make sense? And now whenever anybody asks for the value of last name, oh, I'll give it to them. See this? I'll give them that value. But I'm also going to do this debug log that's like, say, something like dad is cool. Okay? So anytime you ask your sister's last name, we're going to hear dad is cool. Because I did that, right? We can also do something on the setter as well. So we can come in here on the setter, and anytime you tell it what the last name is, we can say something like, oh, last name was just set. Okay? So this is a property. It's a lot like this last name property is a lot like a variable from the outside. I'll call this last name too. From the outside, you just read and write to it. Okay, but I can add side effects. I can have it do things when you ask it the value, right? I can do things here. And or here.
It can do things when you set the value.
When I set the value. So that's really useful. Like, for example, what if I say your age is like 2,000,004? You could add some code that says, that's not right.
Yeah. Like
right?
when it's set to that, it's just like, no.
Yeah, and it checks it or it puts up a message or just something like that, right? So we can also similarly, maybe when in this point, I want to do something like this. Look at this. I've got, let's create two variables here. First name. Let's create another one called last name, like this. Now let's create a read-only property of string, like that, called full name, like that. And then down here, I'm going to do a calculation where I'm going to say return first name plus a space plus last name, like that. Looks like I got two last names in here. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay, so I can do calculations. This is a calculation here, right? I can do all kinds of code here if I want to, right? So
Any code.
that sort of thing. Does that make sense? That's a little bit about properties, right? The main thing to remember is that although the syntax kind of changes, and I know at the beginning you're like, all of this is coming at you, this strange syntax that we haven't talked about or seen yet. The main thing to know is there's a getter that's indicated by the get keyword right there, and there's a setter, which is indicated by the set keyword. And sometimes they'll be empty, sometimes they'll just write data to a single place, and sometimes they'll have code, right? That checks to see what's going on. Okay, all right, that's it. Let me get rid of that. Let's switch back over to your machine. So we've got this property over here. So now look, tell me about numRamp power-ups. Now that you've heard a little bit about properties, how would you describe numRamp power-ups? And what is it doing? So I'm talking about line 61 through 73.
Oh, okay. 3. Okay, so numRamp power-ups. Whenever we try to access numRamp power-ups, we assign player script to the player property script, and then we return player script. I don't know what the word is for this dot, but like, because it's player script on or player script.
I would use apostrophe S for the dot. It's player script.
Player scripts numRamp power-ups.
Yeah, the dot means it owns it. It's like apostrophe S.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So it returns the number of power-ups that the player script has.
Right. And what about the setter?
The set, when we try to set it, it again sets player script equal to the player property script, and then it sets the the number of power-ups that the player script has equal to value.
This is the new value that we set. That's exactly what's happening. So that's cool. Aguilar Malice says one thing to note as far as Unity is concerned, it doesn't understand properties. They won't show up in the editor, but you can still use them.
Okay.
So I didn't know that. That's okay because we're actually using numRamp power-ups in player script, in player property script, not in the game logic. Anyway, so let's go verify that. Can we go to the game logic?
Yep.
Unity.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And let's look at, do we see numRamp power-ups? I don't see it. Now let's go over to the player properties and see if we see it back over there.
Player.
Yeah, select the player object. Yep, there it is. It was at the end. Did you see it? It's right there.
Yeah. numRamp power-ups.
Cool.
We should set it to 0 so that,
Okay.
right? At the beginning?
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. 0 is fine. Okay, let's
I mean,
run
for
it.
testing, we might want to make it bigger in the future, but...
All right.
So now it should randomly switch between a sphere and a...
Oh, wait, did we give it the power-up tag?
Oh, did we? Maybe not. No, we didn't.
I'm going to say we probably didn't.
Ramp up, yeah.
They're not dropping.
Huh. Oh, is use gravity automatically set to false?
Wait, is number and power ups
Oh,
a
we
property?
don't have a
No,
rigid body.
no. Ocular Malice. Just to be clear, we've got a field in player properties that it is getting.
Now it should work.
And we have a property that's in game logic that it is not getting. So you are correct in your initial assertion that Unity doesn't understand properties. Okay, so we think it's going to work now?
Uh-oh. That's just not working. Oh, yeah, see?
I didn't see it. Oh, you got to hit it.
I thought I did.
Oh, yeah? Let's see what happens.
Ready? Wait.
Hit it.
Oh, no, we're just moving it.
We're moving it?
I think. Wait, let me just...
Let's compare it with the other one. See what's going on there.
Wait, yeah, look. Oh, dang it, sorry. See?
Yep, we're totally moving it. All right, let's look at the code.
Do we
See
have
what's
to
going
get
on.
rid of the box collider?
Uh,
Or sphere collider?
Not sure about that. Open up the sphere collider a second. Is trigger. I think that's what you need to do.
Okay. Then let's do that.
Did it go? Wait, it might have gone right between the ramps. Let's look at what the other one is. Let's look at the collider properties on the other. If you're
I
not
think
sure.
it did go right. Yeah, it did.
Let's bring another one down here and see if it goes through the. Is it gonna land? No, it won't. Looks like it went
Wait.
right through.
I don't think it even.
Can we compare the properties of the regular power up, the get bigger versus ramp up? Look at the collider properties and see what's going on in the two of those.
No, it is not trigger.
Okay, let's turn off get is trigger. I think there's another assumption though. Wait, stop. Let's use a box collider here. I think there's code that's looking for a box collider, if I'm remembering this correctly. When it hits, and I think it's not finding the box collider, so it can't do it. And we really we don't need this to roll around,
Yeah.
right?
We, don't.
We just need this to drop down. It's
In
really
fact,
not,
we don't want it to roll around. We want it
Yeah.
to stay still.
So that looks better.
Just barely like at the very edge of the track, I think.
And now what happens? Nothing happens when you hit it.
In fact, it kind of like slows you down.
Let's look carefully again at what's the difference between the two. Let's compare the box collider and the get bigger. It's slippery is one of the things that we had.
Yeah, they're both slippery. Or I added the slippery thing to the
Okay.
other one, but since we deleted it. Oh!
That should not make a difference.
Wait, what about rigid body? It doesn't use gravity. I think that's it. No, maybe not, because it's also the collider problem. But it's one of the problems.
I think we do want it to use gravity. Can we look at the code? I want to look at...
No, we don't want the prototype to be... what do you call it? We
Using
don't want
gravity?
the prototype to use gravity because we check to see does it use gravity, and if it doesn't, then we don't destroy it.
Okay. So, can we look at the code?
Yep.
Unless you think you changed something that you want to try.
Yeah, let's try it, but I don't think that was it. Oh wait, I can test it from afar. Kind of, not
Yeah,
really.
those should be like... those bullets should have gone right through it.
Dang it, no.
I love how you're catching up with it though. Okay. So let's figure that out. Let's look at the code.
Look at the code. Look at the code. Look at the code.
All right, so ramp up overrides power up behavior. Supersize does the same thing. Supersize works. Power up behavior is here. Fixed update. Get component add. We're adding torque on the way down. Not that big of a deal. On trigger enter. We hit player. If game object contains track, get component rigid body. Oh, we need a box collider. We need to set it equal to. Do we have a box collider? Well, we were just talking about that, weren't we? And you added it. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we should get here. Is what we're expecting. I think what I want to do is let's set a breakpoint in here. Well. No, this by adding a box collider, I think it kept it from dropping through.
Wait, Dad, we never use power up behavior.
That's okay because it's an ancestor class. It's an ancestor class. We descend from it with ramp up. We dropped add ramp up onto it. Did we drop the script onto it? Maybe it was as simple as that. I think we didn't drop the ramp up script onto the ramp,
that would make sense.
onto the ramp power up.
I don't remember doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Ramp up. Whew.
Better. Okay, try that. Run that. Save it too if you next time you remember.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No worries. Okay, now I'm feeling better. Uh-oh, did it fall off the edge? It went right through.
Yeah, because it had no gravity, but it was still. It happens with the regular power ups
You think it was
too.
off the edge?
What?
The regular
No.
power up does that if it gets right off the edge? Okay, here you go. Whoa. Get it. Oh, it
Dang
went right
it.
through.
It doesn't use gravity, but I think there's some sort of other force on it. Yes, the sphere. No! Yeah, I don't know why, because the regular power-up, it takes a while to seep it through.
So the regular power up sinks through?
A little
I wonder if it
bit.
has to do with its mass.
What is its mass?
Check to see what the mass is on it.
Well, that'll make sense.
On the get bigger versus ramp up. Nope, the mass is 1.
Huh.
Well, we could lock its. Yeah, we gotta. Let's fix it. Let's figure it out. We could lock.
Wait, are you thinking lock its position
Y
on the
position once
y-axis?
it hits the track.
Once it. Yeah.
We could do freeze position. So if we look at rigid body, look at this. Rigid body's got something called constraints that we can
Yes.
bring up and down, freeze position. I bet what we can do is we can go into our code
This,
here.
and then on collision enter with the thing.
In the ancestor class, power up behavior, we do it in one place and it'll work in both. So the idea is
Get component, rigid body. We can just shift enter the line above it.
Well, is it on rigid body? Yeah, it's on
Yep.
rigid body. Instead of doing that and calling this twice, I'm going to come in here and we're going to introduce a local for it, like this. And so we're going to call it rigid body, like that. And then we say rigid body dot use gravity is false. Rigid body dot constraints. Look at that.
Position.
Oh, it's a string. Oh, jeez. I think is it a string? Is that right? Oh, no. It looks
It's
like
a
it might
get
be an
and a
enum.
set and a get and a set.
Okay, cool. It's an enum. We haven't really talked about enums.
Freeze position.
Did we talk about
Y.
enums, Campbell? Do you know
No,
what an enum is?
I don't think so.
It's a list of possible values. Let me drop a marker here. We're doing it again. Code Jam. All right. I'm introducing a new coder's template. It's called E for enum. Okay, take a look at this. E space bar, and it gives you this for creating enums. I'm going to call this flavors. I think we did talk about this. Chocolate. Do you remember this at all? Vanilla. Strawberry. Do you remember this example?
Oh, yeah.
So an
Yeah, I do.
enum is kind of like a Boolean, but instead of having only 2 values that are preset as false and
It
true,
can have 3 or more.
you can have as many as you want, and you can give them whatever names you want.
Uh-huh. Okay.
An enum. Pretty simple.
Freeze.
Like that. Now, if we go back over to your code, over there, that's what you're seeing in IntelliSense right there.
Yeah.
So when we come in here and we say, what do we want? We're going to, it says freeze position X, Y. All of those different options appear to be there.
Freeze all, freeze rotation XY.
Yeah, what's really, really bizarre about that. Oh, I see. So we could OR these up. If we wanted to have several of these together, we would use a single OR symbol like that. And we would change it like this. So if we wanted to freeze on both X and Y, it would look like this. Okay, this is like the OR symbol. We saw OR before with 2, but with only 1, it's a binary OR, which means it's combining the values of these. These all have a secret number behind them.
Oh.
And the number, well, I'll tell you a little bit about, I'll tell you about it later, but that's how you can combine them. Let's see if this helps. Oh, look who's here.
Surely Dad
Is in the house.
Ooh, new hat, says Shirley. Yeah, he's kind of a bit Steve Punkish, says Fred.
Yeah, the old hat was chewed up by the dogs.
Okay, so what's going on? Give me a...
I'm trying. It's past you guys. Okay. No.
There's one.
There it is. Yay! Did we get...
Uh-oh. Here comes sex positive. Watch out! Watch out! Oh! Geez, sex positive! Come on!
It did look like it worked.
sex positive.
Well,
Sex positive, also known as Campbell's mom, is in the house.
yes, the ramp thing. Yep, I don't see the plus though, but look, when I hit enter now, it does make the ramp.
Huh. Let's go figure it out. So it looks like it's working. And you hit enter again and there's no more. They're gone.
Yes.
Okay, let's figure out why we're not seeing the plus. So it could just be something weird about that. Let's go take a look at the code. Switch over to the code.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'll do it if you want, or go ahead.
Wait, wrong one. Ramp up.
Sex positive says good hat. Bad dogs, good hat. Akil Mouse says finally someone else intelligent to talk to other than Campbell. I think he might have been talking about Surly. And then sex positive comes in with the new hat. Okay. Power up. I want to look at where, I want to go to game logic and look at where we're updating.
Oh yeah, where we're incrementing.
Can I, yeah, tap the next reference on that.
That's what
I thought it was
expect.
called from like an update. Oh, it's called from launch round. Do it again. Tap the next reference again on it.
And this is, oh yeah, sorry.
Sweet. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. This is a really cool example of a side effect. I'm going to get rid of this line of code here. So now, no, we're never going to show anything right now, right? But I'm going to go into the property numRamp power-ups right here, and I'm going to add it in the setter. So whenever we set numRamp power-ups, we're just going to call show numRamp power-ups. Try it now. See if that fixes the game. Oh, Clarky's got a reaction to the fireballs. Let's take a look at that. Hold on a second. We're going to play a clip over here. Is that cool, Campbell?
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. Playing the clip.
Oh, this is a highlight. That's why.
Okay, let's try again.
What?
So launch towards fingers.
What?
Oh, it's cool.
Mm.
A little bit. Let's see if we can.
Mark.
Clark Keel.
Holy shit.
And now
What?
I
didn't see it.
That's awesome.
Let's try with the smoke loop. Smoke loop. Smoke loop, where are you? There it is. Come back here, smoke loop. All right, here we go. And that's it right
Dude,
there. I don't know. We'll have to see how that looks.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Just wait till I get the lights going. I've got the 2 lights here and here, right up here on either side, and we're going to have that so that as I bring the fireball close, the lights are going to light up my face. Anyway, that's it. That's cool. Thanks for sharing that, Surly. He was baffled by the dancing cats, though. Uh-oh. Sometimes the dancing cats happen. That can't be Mark's code. It's cool. Says Ocular Malice.
I made get bigger untagged so that we can test it faster.
Oh, cool idea. I love that, Campbell. Okay, it looks like it just got moved by a missile.
No, not by a missile. By a power-up.
Oh,
because it hadn't hit the
by an
track
obstacle
yet.
hitting it? Okay.
No! Okay.
Okay.
Don't see the plus.
Don't see the plus. All right, let's set a breakpoint. I'm thinking, or set some debug lines out there. You have to take the fireballs with the dancing cats, says Sex Positive. You question having cats dancing around poles. Yeah, I was not. I question that too. I'm probably going to get in trouble. But they're just cats. Let's see what we got here. I was just checking to see if it was saved, and it was saved. Let's do this. Let's do a debug log here. So we'll do debug log. What do we think about that, Campbell?
Sure.
And then we'll know whenever it's set.
Okie dokie.
And we may never see anything in the debug log because but you said you could hit enter and it would shoot one out. Hit enter now.
It would.
Enter now and working?
Huh? Oh, no.
Hit enter now.
I am. It's not.
Nothing
doing
working.
anything.
Okay, good. Now run over one and see if it works. Okay. Run over that guy. Now hit enter.
No, not working.
Not working. Let's see what's in the debug log. I saw an error that said argument was out of range. Argument out of range exception. Specified argument was out of range of values. Can you stop and let's look at what's in the console? Let's go to the first one. Scroll up. I like to see where things start to go wrong. You can grab that thumb right there and drag it. Okay. Let's double click on that one. I think there's one above it. They're probably all in the same spot. 979. Click on that. See at the blue in the bottom?
Oh, oops. This one.
Yeah. Click on that. Oh, ramp power-ups. Argument out of range. Wait, go back to the console log. What's num ramp power-ups? It's negative
one. And then it goes to -2. Then goes to -3.
That's every time you're hitting enter.
Oh.
Okay, when you hit enter, so the enter is working.
It's decrementing it.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I see.
But we need to add code to protect against that. We need to say we can only decrement it if it's greater than 1.
So where
kind of
are we
thing.
decrementing it? It's
Just do a tab to
somewhere-
next reference on num ramp power-ups. You'll see every. So there's launch ramp right there.
So we can say if boop. Oops. Wait. Sorry.
Okay, there's a lot of discussion here in the chat room that's not necessary at all.
I love trash.
Oh, I love trash too. No, Grover. I mean Oscar. I was going to call him Grover. So this is RPG. Yeah. Surly and Mom are out there talking. It's nothing anything needs to know about whether somebody's extreme in this family. Too intense, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Okay, so what code are you going to write up here to protect against this? What are you going to write, Campbell?
So if num ramp power ups, I think it's still copied to clipboard, right? No.
Kind of.
Kinda.
You can delete that first part. Remember, control left and right arrow can get you the beginning or end of something very quickly.
Yeah. Number of power-ups is greater than
You see the extreme glare? It's not that much glare. Come on, man. You'll see lots of glare when I have that fireball in my hand, and it's like, you know, looks something like this.
Yep, that should do
Right
it.
there. That's going to be extreme glare. Right there. That should do it. What you got? Hold on.
Oh, wait. Else return.
Okay. See if you can flatten that conditional with code rush there. Get a semicolon at the end of that line.
Yeah.
See if you can flatten that and see what it changes to. Put the caret on the if statement.
Oh, oopsies.
Flatten conditional. And then get rid of those braces right there too, because they're kind of extra. You don't really need them there. You can get rid of the braces using the code rush
Yeah.
key as well. Or you can just delete them manually too. But you have to get both of them. Good. All right, so if num power-ups is less than or equal to 0, we return. Okay, so all that, the errors were just caused by the enter key. We still haven't solved the problem yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to figure out that. Let's go see where we increment num power-ups. Let's go look at that. Tab to next reference on num power-ups in game logic. Oh, yeah, well, we're not actually incrementing it from here. We're incrementing it over from player properties. So let's go to player properties and go tab to next reference on this one right here. So we've got add ramp.
This is where we increment it.
Yeah. So add ramp. Go tab to next reference on add ramp and see who's calling that. Override in the call to power up. We should get here. So I think what I want to do is I think I want to set a breakpoint here. And I think I want to go in to debug and choose attach Unity debugger. See that there? Go ahead and click on that.
Okay.
Right? Go ahead and pick that one. There's only one out there. Select it and click OK. And now let's enable debugging for the session. And then let's run it. Compiler errors. There's an error at the bottom. Copying assembly from.
Failed.
Attempt to library failed. I almost think we want to restart Unity and Visual Studio is my sense at this point.
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay.
Usually when I see these copy errors, it could have something to do with Visual Studio as well, locking it. You might close down Visual Studio. There's a chance we could maybe get the whole thing to work if we close down only Visual Studio and won't have to restart Unity. So power-up behavior is here. Yeah, we could also set a breakpoint here and trigger enter. Okay. And debug one more time, attach Unity debugger. Okay. How are we doing here? All compiler errors, still have the compiler error. All right, let's close this down. That's what I think we're looking at, Campbell. I think we're looking at a restart, maybe of both. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll repeat the steps one more time. Double click on here. Set a breakpoint inside of it. Breakpoint's already there. Debug, attach Unity debugger. All right. Nope, still. All right. Well, since we can't debug, instead of fighting this, what I want to do instead is I want to send out some debug messages here. So I'm going to type in, use that template there, and I'm going to say power up player script. So I'm just going to do that.
Here, wait. Can I?
Yes, go ahead. That's happening because we haven't started the game yet. Also, I'm not sure it's going to work. Debugging mode doesn't seem like it's going to work.
I know, but
save.
I want to stop doing it.
Okay, good. Say stop
it's
debugging.
in this mode.
You can also do detach all. Okay, there you go. Save everything. And now let's see if we see power up player script. Yeah, I'm not seeing the problem yet. Still, we're just not going to be able to do this?
Wait, what is it doing though? I'm so confused.
It's
on what
trying
it's
to copy a DLL so it can run the game.
What is a DLL?
A DLL is a compiled program, or part of a compiled program. Let's try this. Right click, can we copy this? There's no right click message here. But we can copy this. I'm going to copy this right here. I'm going to come in and bring up this and we'll paste it in. Assembly, copying assembly from this to this fail. Let's see what happens. It's different. It's a Windows Defender issue, maybe? Really? Okay. Exclusions. Where are exclusions? Doubtful it's Defender. I don't recall seeing you restart both programs. That's Ocular Malice out there suggesting we did restart both programs. You think it's a lock that one of the programs has? I don't know. Add an exclusion by folder is what we want to do. And where is this?
Assets.
If we bring this up, I think we can say show an explorer. Let's do that and see what happens. Got Windows security up there. Okay, so let's see if that does is it any better. I don't think so. Yeah, and there's no kind of build in here, is there? Build and run. Build Windows. I'm confused about that. That builds the exe. Okay. So what do you recommend, guys? Chat room, what do you think? What do you think we should do over here? I'm like, we've tried restarting them. Shut down both programs, start the Unity, and run the app before you start BS. Okay, that's a great idea. Let's try that. We haven't tried that. So we're shutting down this, shutting down that, restart the project, and then we'll try to run it immediately. Delete the OBG and bin folders. I like that, Simon Gearing. How you doing, Simon Gearing?
What if we tried just restart, like closing down Unity Hub as well and then opening it up on the new
I don't think so. I don't think that will have a difference. I don't think Hub was going to modify or mess with any of these. Let's try this first. It looks like we might be good. That worked. Okay, cool. Okay. So we want to see what the debug log says when we hit one. So I want you to bring down the sphere and hit it. And now let's look at the debug log. Let's pause it. Pause the game. And let's go look at the debug log. Power up. So we do get here. Someone here says, I'm good. I've been lurking while playing silly mode chicken farming mobile game in the other town. Okay. Well, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate the lurk and the assist.
What's a lurk?
Lurk is when you're watching without saying anything. Okay, so I think, so far we know, Campbell, that the power-up call is being called. Right, that power-up is being called.
But like, ooh.
So it means we're going here.
Not necessarily.
Oops, I'm hitting tab to this reference. Oh, we haven't loaded Cobras yet. So we've got the virtual method here. Let's go in here and let's go ahead and do this. We'll say virtual power-up called. I don't expect we'll ever see this. But let's go to the other one. Oops. This is the override right here.
Oh, there's still a breakpoint.
Yeah, that's okay because we're not actually attached. So we can delete the breakpoint though. Let's go ahead and delete the breakpoint anyway. And right here we're going to say the ramp up. Oops.
Oops, sorry, that was me.
No worries.
I just wanted to see what's
I'll
wrong.
get my ramp up power up called.
Huh.
Debug does not contain. Oh, it's not system.diagnostics. It's a different one. It is
System.unity
Unity
right?
engine. That's the one I want to use. It's a different debug. Okay, cool. All right, let's run it again. Let's just see if we get to clearscript.add ramp. So as soon as we run into this, go check the console log. Yeah, ramp up.
Power up called.
Called. Cool. Notice the virtual one's not called, which is as we're expecting. That's all good. That's good news. Okay.
Okay.
So we don't need this. I'm going to go back up to here. We don't need this. We know that it's getting called. So now we're in add ramp. And in add ramp, we say num ramp power ups plus plus. Well, let's do this. Console log. Longer term might be you can benefit from having a logging framework such as Serilog in there, and you can turn on and off. Serilog is a nice choice. There's also a lot of log syncs to choose from. Thanks, Simon, for that suggestion.
Wait, I'm just going to save this because it doesn't look like we did that.
I'll save it in a second. Just a second. I want to just get back over here. I can save quickly by Control-Shift-S. It'll save everything. Let's do the debug log here. Let's make it an interpolated string, and we're going to say num power-ups is equal to
num ramp power-ups.
And we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this afterwards. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to do just some dashes out here at the beginning.
And then maybe at the end?
Yeah, maybe at the end too. So we can kind of group them together. We see that, we know we were incrementing. I just want to make sure that num power ups plus plus totally should be, everything should be fine on that, but it should totally be going up.
Okay.
Right? We should see that going up. This in-game debug console I use for my games. Oh, what's this? Oh, nice. Yeah, tell me about it, Oculus. Does it have like logging control in it? Does it have log support? I like that. Okay, cool. We can take a look at that. Back over to your machine, Campbell. What do we find in the log? Log.
Wait, I haven't done it yet. Sorry, I was switching over to your screen. Okay,
send me the log.
So
it's incrementing it.
It is up here. 0 and then 1. Yeah.
But it's not updating on the screen. So it should have it. Do it again, run into it, and then try hitting the enter key.
Okay. It did work last time at least.
Oh, it did shoot one out?
Yeah.
Ah.
It just doesn't add the plus.
It's not updating. Okay. We can fix that.
Oh, I thought that.
Yeah, it totally works. All right, cool. I was chasing a different bug. I didn't understand it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nice. So
Sorry,
let's go
was
chase that
what you
bug. No, it's all right. It's totally cool. What's happening is we're changing this. This is local. Shoot,
That's a bug.
Oh, I think we hit them at the same time.
that's a bug. This is local inside of player properties. What I want to do is I want to go into our game logic. And I think I want to go into our, I'm really going to do this, and yeah, I think I'm going to do it in the update method. There's fixed update. Where's my update call? Do I have an update method in here? There it is, right down there at the bottom. I think what I want to do is this. I want to say if, I'm liking this a lot. So I'm going to write this. I want you to tell me what this code does.
Wait, Dad. Isn't it 2 spaces if we're checking something? Because you're saying if player script dot number of power-ups is not equal to, with not 2 spaces.
All right, there's the code. Tell me about the 2 spaces. Tell me what you mean by that.
Sorry, 2 equal signs.
2 equal signs. No, it's not. It's 2 equal signs if we're comparing them for equality, but if it's a not equal, that means...
then the not acts as like an equal
yeah,
sign.
it acts as one of those. Okay. Oculus Mouse wrote his first games on a Timex Sinclair 1000 in BASIC, saving it to a cassette tape. So I bought a Timex Sinclair, if I'm remembering correctly, that was a kit, and I put it together, and it did not work, and I didn't know why, and I was sad about that.
It did not what?
It did not work. I was not enough of an electrical engineer to solve that problem. Okay, what does this code do from 329 to 333? What does that code do?
It checks to see if the number of ramp power-ups that the player script has is not equal to the last number of power-ups. And then we're setting if it's not equal to that, then we're setting last num power-ups to the number of ramp power-ups that the player script has. And then we're calling show num power-ups.
So what does it do? How would you describe this to a friend? What's the simplest way to describe this? What is it doing?
We check to see if the number of ramps that we have is not equal to the last number of power-ups.
Which is just right here. I just added this now.
Yeah.
And then what do we do?
And then if it's not equal to that, then
meaning, what does it mean if it's not equal to it? What's happened?
Well, I'm not quite sure what last number of power-ups means.
Well, it's just a variable, and it's going to initialize and start to 0.
Okay.
So if it's not equal to 0, what does that mean? What's happened to num ramp power-ups? If it's not equal to the last one it was set to.
Then we've what is it called?
What has happened? What I'm asking is,
then we've used one of our power-ups,
we've
right?
used one of our power-ups, or what else? What's the other possibility?
We've gotten a power-up.
Right. So the number of power-ups we've had is different. That's what this is saying. In fact, let's do what we like to do right on the show, which is
refactor.
Power-up count has changed. Now what does this code do?
If the power-up count has changed, so if we've gotten a power-up or we've spent a power-up, either way.
Come here, check this out. Let's extract this line into a method, and we're going to call it save power up count. Now tell me what do these lines of code do.
So if we've gotten a power up or we've used one of our power ups, and we save the power up count.
Yeah.
And we show the number of power ups.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in terms of description of what does the code do, right? I think you're really good at looking at each line and kind of saying, okay, here's what this line is doing, here's what this line is doing, right? But I'm looking for kind of a bigger, kind of simpler way of understanding it. And if it's hard to do, that means we probably need to refactor, right?
Uh-huh. So you think that solved
I think it might, yeah. Based on my understanding of what I'm seeing.
Oh, dang it.
We should maybe turn off when it hits, this, so it's like stuck out there in Y at the same, it's way far out there. But I think we need to turn something else off so it can't move. All right, there you go. Now you got it. We combine that with some sound so you get an alert.
Wait, no.
We need a different kind of power up, like a super boost of speed power up.
Okay, wait, I'm trying to see if the pluses will add up.
You can't stop so much. You'll lose the game. You won't be able to test
Why
anymore.
is it slowing down so much? We don't even have that much. Oh, do we not have the cleanup code on the power-ups? The newest ones?
I don't think that's the problem, but you're right. It does seem to be slowing down. It's a problem with the video. It looks like the video player. We might not have the cleanup code on the ramp after it goes behind us.
But we didn't use the ramp.
Did you throw one out at all or no?
No, because I was trying to see if they would stack.
Okay.
Dang it. No. Yes.
All right. Really hard to get that second
thing.
And then we're starting to slow down. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? The video is playing on one of the ramps behind you. We should maybe turn off the video for that thing.
Yeah, we probably
Let's turn off the video. Let's make the power up bigger so it's easier to hit as well. Can we do that?
What?
Go ahead and make the color change here and then I'll tell you what I'm saying.
No, I can't get rid of this.
Tell me about that.
It's not letting me take away the render texture.
Try doing reset at the bottom. Now can you take it away? Or you're fine. You're actually fine. You're fine because that's kind of what we want, I think. I don't think this is enough to result in oh, I wanted you to make the these power-ups bigger maybe so they're easier to hit. Okay, got one. Get a second one.
I will try.
There you go. Look
I
at
got
that.
3.
You got 4.
Yeah, I picked up 3.
And then they slow down.
Boop, boop.
Hold on, I saw an error show up in the log. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
Okay, Campbell.
Boop. Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it.
You like it? You want to end the show? We're like about 20 minutes to go. What do you want to do? I got an error here. It looks like the vortex wormhole travel.
Wait, but we're not using it.
Well, let's see what the error says. While reading...
Oh, wait, let's work on the fries.
What'd you say?
Let's work on the fries.
All right, let's do the fries as a wrap-up. That'll be fun.
Okay. Wait, should we create them in Unity or in Blender?
I'd create them right here. Like for now, I mean, you can change them later, but I'd just take some cubes and stretch them.
Yeah.
And you get a couple of them in there and get them the right color, and I think it'll be fine. You can just kind of spin them around a little bit. I love this idea of these things flying out when you hit it, all the fries just spraying.
0.3? What? Is that the
Yeah,
right thickness?
sure, that's good. It's a nice thick fry. 0.3.
By 0.3. And then on the y-axis, maybe 2.
Okay. And then-
Maybe not.
And then duplicate those, move those around.
I'm going to give it a material before I do duplicate it so that it's just way easier.
Surely Dev's got more bot testing to test with his drones. What are you going to do, Campbell? I didn't hear you.
I'm going to give it a material before I...
Before you duplicate it? Great idea. I love that.
obstacles.
You might actually create 2 different fry materials so you have a little bit of color variety in there.
Okay. I was thinking we could use maybe like the cheese color. No. Like the bun maybe? No, that's not really
Or you
it.
make your new one.
Yeah, I'm
I
good.
think creating a new one might make sense because I like that we have them named for the different pieces here. Because I don't want to like delete cheese and all of a sudden our fries aren't working and not knowing why.
Fry. And then we take this. It's in the yellows, I think.
I would definitely agree with that. Somewhere in that space.
Is it like this, maybe? It's pretty
Sure,
close.
that's a little, I think it's a little brighter than that, but
Like that.
yeah, I think it's there. That's the space you're looking at. Create like a light fry and a dark fry if you want, or just make them all the same color.
Yup. Okay, I like that. Right.
Because the natural lighting and the shadow will make them kind of different. Yeah, I think this is good.
Terrific.
Yeah, let's get a couple more fries.
Wait,
and-
I'm just gonna rename this the light fry.
Okay.
And then we'll create a new one. The dark fry. Maybe not that dark.
All these drones flying around.
Do you think that's a good color?
Yeah, I do.
No, dang it, what? Oh no, not orange, yellow-ish. Like that. Perfect. Dark fry.
Surly is mining for gold with his drone army. Ocular Malice is coming out to fly around as well.
Wait, okay. All right.
Give that a name, call it Fry before you duplicate it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Fry. Duplicate. Duplicate.
Do you want to change
Duplicate.
color at all, or?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just gonna move them around a bit. Rotate it. A tad. And then I'm gonna give this one the dark fry. It's not that different, but still, it's nice. And
All right, the
then
cool thing is we have a couple different colors and we can change that color if we want to. I think you need like maybe only 2 more. You know, rotate them a little bit, put some in front of the others. When do we get lasers on our drones? I don't know, Surly, what do you think about lasers on the drones? You have the ability right now to throw things on your drones. Ocular Malice. Here, let me launch and I'll demonstrate that. I don't know if you know that or not. Let me move over to the right a bit.
And then you can toss them.
And then I'm going to do call the drop command. Looks like not quite over to where I want it to be. It's about to catch one Ocular Malice. It's about to come right on top of you. Let me go right by about 0.3. And then drop. What? Oh no, someone took over. Here, try catching that. Come on, man.
And then fry 2, still there.
Shoot. I need some buttons on this. There we go. That might get you. All right, all Kayla Malice. Here you go. You got it. Now that you got it, instead of lasers, you don't need lasers. You can just throw. All you need to do is give you a... There, look at what's going on over here. You can type in T and then the coordinates of the throw, how you want it to go. So if you say T 4, 4, it'll like shoot it up like in a diagonal over that way, I think. All right, Campbell, how the fries looking?
Good. Oh, I should probably bury them in color.
Putting them in the box. Nice. I think it's great. I think it's gonna look really good. So Campbell modeled this in Blender. He modeled the box in Blender, right?
Yeah. I used a cylinder, and then I cut out another cylinder shape out of it, and then I just duplicated that, made it a little bit shorter, and then rotated 180 degrees. So we got this box shape, and then I took. Since with Blender, if you want a circle, it will only give you the outline of a circle.
Hey, who's that guy? It's getting scary.
And then since in Blender, you can only have the outline of a circle, what I did is I just took a sphere and then subtracted 2 squares from it on both sides so that I could get a circle, and then I just put that under here. And then in Unity, I scaled it down a little bit so that it could be.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
You might look. Can we look down at it from the top again?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you don't. I think you want to take like 2 of those and bring them forward a bit.
What do you mean forward? Oh, forward these ones on the edge?
Sure. Or you can, just change their Z position a little bit. So it looks a little random. Pick a different fry, move it a little bit. You can probably rotate them a little bit along this, here as well. If you wanted to, give them a little rotation, just so it looks a little more organic.
Random.
Wait, what's going on there?
Wait, what just happened? I feel like it scaled it as well.
That's an unexpected result of the rotation. It's like it sheared it is what it looked like it did. But still, it's okay. It still looks like a fry. Have it kind of leaning out towards the front, maybe. Just that kind of a thing. Just a little bit. All right, you like it?
Uh-huh.
Do you want our I think our obstacle should have 2 of those side by side. What do you think about that?
That was a lot. Okay.
That was a lot. So how do we do the other obstacles? Let's look at those and see what we need to do.
I like it.
Or maybe we just need 1. It'll be fine. Maybe just 1. It'll be a big box of fries. So let's make it as an obstacle.
Wait, 1 sec. I just wanted to make it a little bit smaller because it looks a bit not fry
okay.
boxy.
I agree.
Why not? Let's just duplicate it, and it isn't that hard to duplicate it. And then we just gotta make them both half their size. Wait, remember you showed me something cool where you said you could put equations in here?
Yep.
That comes in handy today.
You're going to divide by 2?
Yep. Divide by 2. Well, this is just 0.5.
Well, no, but it's really... Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Do you want to just duplicate the fry box 1 then, since you've got the right scale on it? Is that the right scale? Let's double check it when we delete this. Let's see what's remaining.
Oh, wait, maybe we do 4 of them, since we halved it in all of the directions. Duplicate, duplicate, and then duplicate 1 more.
Okay.
And then we just move them.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I like backing up the ones on top so more light hits the ones below. So the shadows aren't pushing right onto them. Yeah, I like that.
Like that, and then to the side a bit. Oh, and then remember what we have to do. We have to create a empty game object. And then put these in there.
Okay.
And then wait, we have to set all the positions to 0. Tab 0. Tab 0. Oh, wait. Now we have to move them all again. Oh, wait, no. We can just put the X and the Y to 0.5 and 0.5 or 1 and 1. No, 0.5 and 0.5. Depending
I
on
think
their
it's
scale.
0.25.
Why 0.25? Okay.
I think you're only doing, yeah, I think it's 0.25. I think you're right. You're because it's 0.25. If it's half the size,
Oh, right. And
we'll
then
go
you do
between
that.
0 and 5. 0.5, I mean. So we were saying the center position of these.
And then,
So I think your top one is 0.25, 0.25, and then the next one it's going to be,
oops, not 25.
it's going to be
Point.
0.
Negative 0.25 and negative 0.25, and now we'll put it on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah, right. I was going to
square.
suggest 0.75, but no, you're right. I was thinking it was from the upper left corner, but it's not. It's origin from the center. So yeah, so make one of these negative, the other one. You can actually just duplicate, you know what? Delete these others and delete and duplicate Frybox 1 because it's, and then just add negative signs to
Yeah, and
alternating
it's
to the
not
Y, and
always negative. Yeah, okay.
it'll be a little faster. Yeah, I think you multi-select and delete them all.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Control click on them.
Control clickety, and then a delete.
All right, now duplicate.
Duplicate. Take that and duplicate it. And then take that and duplicate it. And then Frybox 2,
Just add a negative in front of that.
negative.
And now go get Frybox 3 and add a negative in front of.
Uh-oh. I think it might be negative 5.
No, well, I think it's okay. I think our math is right. I think the scale is just too big. But you can move them around. It's okay to move them around too. Control D to duplicate a highlighted object. Sweet, Ocular Malice.
Okay.
That's what we wanted. I was like, is there a shortcut for that?
Me too, because I never knew that if there was a shortcut.
All right, let's get these positioned roughly, and I want to see it working. That's the thing I want to see.
Here, wait, I want to make you just a bit. And then Frybox 4. No, wait, what was it? Frybox 2?
That's it.
Frybox 1 is the one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. And let's see how those fit in the box. Can you see? Let's select that box and see what that looks like.
Yeah. Oh, we still have to give it a box collider and everything.
Well, let's see what we're doing with the other obstacles. I'm not sure what we're doing with those. I don't remember.
I think we are, it's basically just a box with a rigid body except for without the mesh renderer.
Without the what?
Without the mesh renderer.
Oh, okay. So let's do that. So let's throw a rigid body. Can we right click? We can copy this, I think, Campbell. You can copy and paste components.
Oh, right! Copy components.
I think we can, from the triple dot menu. Not there, next to rigid body. Copy components, sweet.
And then we just go here.
Yeah, and paste component. Probably Control V would work, I bet.
Control
If you-
V isn't working.
No? Huh. Try right clicking. Is there a paste component option?
That's
Paste
what
component
it's
is new. Right up
Huh?
at the top. Look at the top. You're now down a little bit. It's right there in the menu.
Oh, it was?
Paste component is new. There. Got it? All right, do it again. Get it for the other piece.
Rigid body.
Box collider. And it looks like we also need that obstacle
Script.
logic in it as well. There it is. Paste component is new. It's there. in script.
I can just add the script manually. Obstacle.
What's
And
the logic?
then
Okay.
Okay.
What's the lifespan seconds? Are we even using that? I'm not sure we're using that.
Oh no, we have to make it a bit smaller.
The scale's going to drop down a bit.
I'm not sure what exactly the scale has to be.
Can I play with it?
Yeah.
Are you, the game object is, it's just a game object, not a cube, is that right?
yeah, it was a game object, but next time we should really add a
Oh
cube.
wait, is this it right here? This is the bounds of the cube right here?
Yes.
Okay. Akimala says, when viewing the big list of items to attach, you can just type a partial name, like black or whole, and it'll filter the list down. Did you know
Really?
that? That's
No, I
awesome.
didn't.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for that. All right, so we need these to fit inside this box. Is that right, Campbell?
Uh-huh.
Just to double check, we're going to go look at
It looks
the
like
hot
they need
dog.
to be
Yeah, the hot
quarter
dog
of
fits in
their
the
size.
box, so let's definitely get these in. So what'd you say, Campbell?
it looks like they all need to be a quarter of their current size, maybe.
I think each scale needs to go down at least 60%.
Oh wait, maybe we just use 2 of them. Wait, stop.
Yeah, let's
For a
use
sec.
2. I agree. That's a great solution.
It's much easier.
Also, though, I was going to say they go by 60%. You can just multiply each one by .6, and that's a 60%. Wait, click on game object. Are we?
Oh wait, no,
outside
we're
of it.
out of the cube.
So just move. Yeah, get that one in or whatever. Okay.
Wait, they each have to be at 0.5 for their position, or not both of them.
No, I think one's negative 0.7. The other one's at positive 7 or 0.5. Yeah, try that. And the other one at 0.5. 0.5. Okay, now squeeze them a little closer.
Oh wait, yeah, and then the Z should both be 0.
And the Y should be 0 too.
Now click on game object, see how they fit.
Oh, they're center. What?
I'm not sure why, but let's get them closer. Let me go ahead and do it. Is that okay? I'm gonna. I want to just do that. Bring this one in. Do that one as well. Check the outer box coordinates. Yeah, I do want to shrink them down. Even the 2 won't quite fit. See that? It's
Yeah.
not quite in there.
They should each be 0.5 in scale.
Let's go take the scale of each of these and multiply it times. I'm going to say times 0.7.
All of them though, because
And
Are you not gonna do all of them?
tell me what you mean by all of them.
all of the scales. Okay, yeah. And then also Z.
And the Z times 0.7 times 0.7. And that's great. I like that. I'm going to try this too. Watch this. I'm going to come in here, say copy component.
And then just make it negative?
Then I'm going to come over here. Can I sort of replace?
Paste component values, yeah.
Sweet. Did that work? I think
No,
it
you just
did.
have to make them negative though.
I just got to move it over
Oh wait,
here.
yeah, you just have to move it.
That's awesome. I love that paste component values. Okay, now how do we look?
Oh wait, we just have to move them over, but they'll totally fit.
What'd you say?
They'll totally fit.
All right, I kind of want to look sideways against it and see how we're doing sideways. Are they both kind of lined up? They look like they're pretty good. Okay, you take over. Take us out of here, Campbell. Save it. Do the last thing. What do you have to do? What do you have to do with this game object to make it?
Oh wait, there's wait, I just want to name this fries.
Okay.
Wait a minute, what is this? Why does it have oh right, it has the
Those are the individual French fries.
right. And then we have to take this, put it into obstacles, and we have to give it the tag of obstacle.
All right. And is that all we do?
Yep. Because we made it very simple and easy
Is there
to use.
anything we have to do for the children or no? We're good? Save it? Can you save before you run?
Oh, yeah. Save.
All right, let's see some
Now we
french
should
fries.
be dropping fries.
Oh, there they
Yes.
are. Nice.
Oh, they like grew almost. That was weird.
That was awesome.
It was great. Why are they
Whoa.
growing?
It seems like they're massively duplicating out. Okay, why are they? They do appear to be growing. What's happening about these versus the other stuff?
I'm not sure. I think
This is where prefabs and prefab variants would be useful. Something to investigate it for a future episode. Give me another fry blast. I want to see them.
dang it, I missed. Damn it,
They look like they're really getting big. It's not just that they're getting close to the camera like I was thinking. They look like they're growing. What's interesting about the fries is that the fries we added here, right?
Yes.
And the
The container we added in Blender.
Yeah.
And that seems to be working
so it's
fine,
like it's grabbing a
actually.
scale. It's like it's using a different scale than one we want, I think. With prefabs, you can make it change the original, and all copies will update automatically.
It seems like
nice.
only the fries are scaling up, though.
Yeah,
And only in one direction, or two, maybe.
no, I think I have a feeling they're scaling in all directions, but
Aw, Pudding didn't join us.
so here's what's interesting. Yeah, look at this.
Oh, is it that we have the
These ice cream
individual
is all.
fry boxes have individual fries?
Yeah, I think
think
what
it
we want to
is.
do is take these and bring them up here. Because I think what's happening is the scale of this is on the scale of that. And our code is, like, one way to fix it would be to do that, to move all the fries out. And then they wouldn't jump up in size.
Then let's do it.
Hi, it's me from the Department of Child Services. How long has this boy been working?
Dad, Mom, it's 3 minutes over.
He has a union-sanctioned break. You're overworking your only coding son. The only one who's ever expressed an interest in coding, and you're overworking him.
Oh wait, I'm just moving these into the
I
same
know.
parent.
Why are you doing that?
I don't know.
We're just
You
chilling.
guys aren't acknowledging me. Hi.
Do you hear something, Campbell?
Hi,
Campbell, don't
Campbell.
put the microphone
Hi,
in your
it's
eyeball.
me, your mom. Guess what? It's been 2 hours. You're entitled to a union-sanctioned break.
Ah, wait, you just, I think, messed something up, maybe? Oh no.
Probably not.
Fred says, oh no, Mom is here.
Ah, I did something, I think. Delete this. I don't want the fry to be here. Oh, I can just delete it from
Now
here.
we're in trouble.
I delete everywhere. Wait, why is this a prefab? I'm just gonna delete this.
You can also undo as well. You can back
then
up, undo till
duplicate
the
that.
structure looks what you want, like what you want.
Yeah, it was just being really weird. Wait a minute.
Okay, this is actually good because by moving them like this, Unity's recalculated the scale of all of these to match. Then what you do is you take the second fry box, you delete it, and then duplicate the pieces you've got.
Wait, what? Why?
Don't you have a second fry box in here, or no? Oh no, you didn't. You leveled them all up. Sweet. Go
took
do
them
it.
all out.
Run it. I bet it works.
Alrighty then.
Save it, please, though, before you run.
Having this power up is a is great for it.
I love this power up.
'Cause you
This
don't
power
have
up
to
looks
aim
super
for it.
cool. Because what? What'd you say?
Because you don't have to aim for the fries. Yep. So, oh, there are a lot of them.
Does it seem like it's duplicating them?
Does it?
Like putting up more than they should be? I'm not sure. It should be 10 when we hit 1. Hit 1. Try to hit 1 with 1 missile.
Okay, I'll try. I'm trying. Wait.
There you
let
go.
me try.
Well,
It's a lot harder than it.
yeah, no, I get that.
Yep, that was 1. I think. Or it was 2.
Let's start again. Let's restart the game. I want 1 single shot.
Wait, we can just keep restarting until we get a fry at as the first one.
There.
Yeah, it looks like the missile hit it a bunch of times because we got so many power-ups. I feel like we had this problem one time too with the ice cream.
Yeah.
I think it's because we have a prefab or something that we imported in.
Can I look at this a second? I think I'm thinking it might have something to do with what's here. Mesh renderer, sphere. What's on our fries here?
Uh-oh!
We got a box collider. Pudding. Come on, Pudding.
I couldn't get the umbrella out in time.
That's awesome, Campbell. What a move. What a move. He defeated you. Take a look at this. This is my theory. See the box collider?
Yeah?
What's happening is these are colliding, and it's saying, oh, let's break them now into multiple pieces that are smaller.
Oh, because they're each colliding with each other.
That's maybe my theory number 1. Yeah, I think that's my theory. The ice cream on the outside has a scale of 1, 1, and 1. I wanted to make sure that our fries on the outside have the same scale. They do. I think it might be this. Let's try removing the box collider on this fry. New component. Let's do it here too. Yeah, the box collider means it's colliding with the missile, right? And so the missile says, are you, I think, an obstacle? I guess it's probably going to say no because it's not tagged. But the missile might say, I'm not sure. The box collider might, wait, can I shift click these and modify? Nope, I can't. Ooh, I can do this. Look at I'm multiple clicking. Oops, last one doesn't have it. But these fries do. Let's go remove those. Okay, save. Let's try running it now. See if we get better results. Yeah, I think what's happening is the missile is in slow motion. We're breaking it apart into individual pieces. Missile's hitting it, and it's saying, okay, we just hit an obstacle again. Hit it, fire, missile.
Sorry.
That's better. So we have 2 break options. One is to break into small pieces. Get this one. There.
Yeah.
So we have to remember no box colliders in the inside pieces. This is looking not bad.
Look,
Cheese.
the piece of cheese is stuck on my tail.
And it was accelerating you, I think.
A little bit. I love it. I love it so much.
It's pretty impressive, right? If you look at this, right, what we've done so far, it's not bad. Oculus Malice, thanks so much. Surly, thank you. Pudding, thanks for being out there with us. We appreciate it. Today we learned about virtual methods, Campbell.
Yeah.
Like there's some properties. We learned about properties today too.
Uh-huh.
Both of those. We also learned that if we can't read the code, we really need to refactor
Refactor it.
I think, right? That sort of thing. Oculus Malice says, well done, Campbell. Pretty good, Mark. Okay, well, thanks for that. Let's get a raid. We can always depend on you, Oculus Malice, with the compliments. They make me feel so good. That's right. What? Man. Okay, so here we go. I can't do that to myself. We're going to raid a channel here before Mom comes in here. We'll throw you guys over to InstaFluff.
Goodbye.
Made some clips. Check out the clips. All right, I will check out the clips. Thanks so much, Shirley. I appreciate that.
Okay, goodbye.